What's up, my Storm Riders? StormeDegree 14 here. Welcome back to another Nostalgia Critic reaction. Gonna be reacting to his newest review of his review on Return to Neverland. Now, actually, Return to Neverland is a movie that I have actually not seen before. I have heard a bit about it. I had seen that it did not get the best reviews at the time. It seems like Doug has a liking for it based on the description I read in the video. Because, yes, I do read descriptions. Find me on that. But I'm curious to see what this movie is about, or how they have followed up on the Peter Pan movie. So without further ado, let's see. 3, 2, 1. That hurts my ears!
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic.
Hey, Doug!
Remember, so you don't have to. We've seen Disney rely on lazily developed cash cows for a while.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
can innovate with groundbreaking entertainment,
poor
but
Toy
also
Story.
posed with easy, fast cookie-cutter media. In the past, it's been awkward teen movies. More recently, it's
Descendants.
been the live-action remakes.
Descendants, I'm kind of mid with. I don't really hate it. I kind of like the idea of it, but I will admit it could have done better.
And of course, we all remember the direct-to-video sequels.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for
That
it,
one,
everybody
Mulan.
watched. Disney was great at taking happily
Yep,
ever
that
after
one.
and asking, hey, what if that was only
What
part
about the
one?
Aladdin one?
Most
That
movies
actually
were pretty
was
bad, yet made a
solid
ton
with
of money.
Diago's
So much
story.
so that two films originally meant to be straight to video were given big screen releases. Jungle Book
Oh yeah,
2,
number
Logan's
3 of
Killing
Cinderella.
Spree. Oh wait, that's the book. Seriously, y'all need to read it. And Return to Neverland. It was ripped apart by critics, equally hated by audiences, and I think it's okay.
Alright, so let's see why.
Released in 2002, almost 50 years after the original, Return to Neverland admittedly doesn't need to exist, but for a film that's entirely pointless, I found it kind of charming. I don't know, maybe I'm just comparing it to the other awful
At least the
sequels that came
animation
out,
is
but it's not afraid
solid,
to
I
be
guess.
aggressively harsh at times. It continues the story.
seems
while also
cheaper,
bringing us
though.
sections of the book that were left out of the first version. And the animation is beautiful, particularly at a time when Disney was phasing out its hand-drawn films. Nah, I don't see it as great. There's certainly moments
mean,
where it stumbles.
I guess
and
it's
for a
better
sequel
than what
made half
previously
a
they've
century
done.
later, it could have been more grand. But I thought it captured the spirit of the original book and play pretty well. I do wish it would go further, like what the Fox show did in the 90s.
Oh yeah, that's the one you always loved.
But for no doubt the limitations Disney must have given to this, I think it turned out an okay flick. What makes me give this sequel a pass and others? The Boo Box. Well, let's fly on in. This is Return to Neverland.
Alright, show 'em what you got.
The intro already starts off pretty cool with some beautiful clouds above London showing us silhouettes of the previous film. And this already feels more
clever
visually
way of
creative than other
showing the
nostalgic
first one.
callbacks like...
When you take on the responsibility, great
Oh.
will come.
I also
Oh man, I thought we were never gonna be rid of that. I thought we were gonna be rid of that Madam Web line. Ugh. If you haven't seen my reaction, then go to it. It's awful. That series is awful.
the reveal Peter is a little less creepy than the original that looks like a horror film from Neon Pictures.
The story
Honestly,
always ends
Peter
the
being
same.
a
Peter
villain
Pan
would have been
shouts,
cool.
Keep the mouse away from my IP!
Ugh.
Wendy grows up, played by Kath Soucie, and has a family of her own, along with a son named Danny and a daughter named Jane, played by Harriet Owen.
The second star to the right.
Oh, you just lost a second star right there with that pop song.
Aw.
Yeah, that's sadly one of the most jarring things about this sequel.
Yeah, it's
The songs
really
aren't
specific.
timeless like the original, but rather the most 2002 thing you can get.
The second star to the right.
The only soundtrack more 2002 would be Britney Spears' movie Crossroads. And the only reason I say that is because it beat this movie at the box office. So going
Really?
that direction didn't work anyway.
To tell you
Well,
about
damn.
the dreams you
I guess that's.
Also, like Peter Pan gets top billing as if he's gonna be in other 2002 movies like Rollerball or Star Trek Nemesis.
Our story begins in difficult times.
Disney in 2023.
Yes.
Actually, this takes place during World War II. Huh, should have gone with Windtalker as a nice joke. Yes, Jane's father is drafted, having to leave his family behind.
I want to go with you.
I mean, to be fair, Disney was a part of a lot of the World War II propaganda stuff. I mean, I remember that there was an old-fashioned cartoon of literally Donald dressed as a Nazi, or had something to do with Nazis. Either way, it was still kind of freaky.
Here,
to take care of your mum and Danny. Can you do that for me?
When there's a smile in your cherry. Yeah, not even 5
Jeez.
minutes in, and we're already in the Disney version of The Pianist. I
Whew.
give credit, they're going this dark this early. However, the same character doesn't always transfer to the characters' names.
What is it, Nana 2?
Nana 2? That's some Belle's
I thought-
magical world right in there. What was Jane's original name? Wendy Jr.?
Oh, that face.
All right now.
I'm sorry, the bell face caught me off guard.
There we go.
Who?
Bomb shelter.
Sorry, I have to respect a Peter Pan movie that has the line, into the bomb shelter.
Also, is that bomb shelter have a hay roof?
For a moment, it's.
That's not gonna protect you at all. Hold on, I want to see that for a second. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go back.
Great, now I'm scared of pirates. You are terrible at this. Jane makes it home
All
alive.
movies
Again,
tend to
I
be
love
that
to
way.
start off a Peter Pan movie clarifying that. And she tries listening to the radio while Wendy tries to distract her son with stories of Peter Pan.
Hook will never win as long as there's faith,
Trust and pixie dust.
Hey, what's this rated?
Whoa, what?
Explosions go quiet, but Wendy is
Yeah, it has a
so
hay
dramatic,
roof.
put on a train
That's
to
not
send
gonna
them
protect
away
you from
bombings
bombs at
in
all.
Where? All the children are being evacuated to the country. But you'll be safe there, both of you.
I even hear 1 in 5 houses have magic wardrobes that take you on adventures even more scarring than World War II
Narnia.
London.
Peter Pan isn't real and people don't fly.
She's told to keep telling
Damn.
any stories of Peter Pan, but war is
Crush a
forced
kid's
Jane to grow up
dreams, will
faster
ya?
than she expected.
Normally you wait a bit later to do that.
Trust pixie dust! Mother, those are just words from your stories. They don't mean anything.
You were the leader of a resistance. You know how stressful it is.
Jeez.
It's honestly a well-played emotional moment ruined by, you guessed it, the out-of-nowhere lame-ass pop song.
I try.
What the heck?
Oh, don't make me say it. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
I feel like Phil Collins would have done this better. But only because he would have elevated.
Oh. I mean, I know you talked about the Phil Collins thing in Tarzan, and I actually do kind of agree a little bit that maybe like a slight change in the song, or maybe the songs are just a bit too upbeat for some of the moments, but I still think they work just fine. I mean, honestly, I do agree that this song that they're using is not really good. They're trying to like sing a pop song in a sad moment. I don't understand that at all.
From dumb to stupid. And sure, the original has
It's
songs
fine,
that aren't
Doug.
sung by the characters either, but sing me one song from this movie right now. Don't even think about it. You can't do it, but the other, following the lead, or when there's a smile in your heart, they're just better! But Jane's ship comes in as Captain Hook and his pirates mistake her for Wendy and kidnap her.
Right, actually, that would make sense. Oh no!
My apologies, miss.
Oh,
Seeing how the original
Smee.
voice of Smee was also the same guy who played the Ranger in the Humphrey the Bear cartoon, I want to hear him go, "First you make the snag, put her in the bag."
No, no. Oh, Doug, why'd you ruin Smee for me? He's one of my favorite characters in
Well, you
these
need
movies.
to say why this scene is awesome.
Yeah,
It just got from them throwing her on the ship and making their way to the star. But they go out of their way to give us
Even
some
with the
really
CGI
cool
ship, it looks
animation
pretty
where you
good.
Really feel the weight and size of this ship flying over London. If the original flying over London scene was magical and enchanting, then this is destructive and beautifully chaotic.
Yeah.
It's a short moment, but it is so cool. I don't think it gets enough attention.
I mean, the CGI on it is kind of strange,
To
though,
Neverland,
but
using some of
honestly,
Mary
not
Blair's
too bad.
Original design from the first film, that's a nice touch. And Hook plans to use Jane as bait to lure Peter Pan. And to be fair, it does work.
Huh. Oh yeah, and he's attacked by an octopus and not a crocodile.
Oh, and for some reason, the crocodile is replaced with an octopus in this one.
Yeah, that's weird.
Really
TikTok
know why some of
oct.
the funniest animation of all time
Oh,
has come from that character.
yeah,
And I don't know.
the frickin' part with Captain Hook going, Smee, as he skips along the water. Oh, that never gets old. Also, this picture is really funny, a Hook.
Tentacles just aren't that funny. They're other things to other people,
No,
I guess. But that just
no.
makes me look at this more
Oh,
suspiciously.
Doug, please don't go there.
Oh, the crocodile bought me dinner first. As Corey Burton as Hook and Blaine Weaver
Come
as
on.
Pan, and honestly, most of the replacement actors do a good job recreating the sound and charm of the original characters.
Well, if you're Wendy's daughter, you're gonna love it here.
Touch the rainbow, mother! Yeah,
Fucking, aw.
Fly past this portion as fast as you can. No time to see anyone. They're all just somewhere else, feeding their cats. Oh, God damn it.
Oh no, Doug.
She did that on purpose.
She's just jealous. All girls get like that around me.
Anyone else feel like Peter grew up into Gaston?
Probably.
Takes her to his hideout and introduces her to the Lost Boys.
Maybe during one of like the old House of Villains moments, he met Gaston and just hung out with him for a bit.
Nibs. The twins.
Our individual names are
Nothing.
Nana 3 and Nana 4.
Bubby. And that's Toodles.
I like they got actual kids to voice the Lost Boys, as the originals did sound like Patrick the Starfish half the time.
Terrible what?
Wendy Bird.
SpongeBob.
I also like they play around with Neverland wiping your memory a little bit more in this one, as Jane is not even there for a few minutes and she already has trouble remembering her brother.
Oh no.
You remind me of someone I know.
The animal skin, the human face, the random attacking of a girl?
No.
She tries to leave with Tinkerbell, unsurprisingly
Right, but then she
cheering
realizes
her
the
ex.
only way out is to fly.
Get back to my family.
Why?
Because if a certain Reich saw a certain flying ship, they'll probably be stopping here too.
Yeah.
The heart of the movie really is around Jane having both the same yet opposite problem of her mother. They're both forced to grow up too quickly, but unlike Wendy, who valued her youth but learned the importance of maturing, Jane sees the importance of maturing but has trouble valuing her youth.
I just want to go
Right.
home.
Well, you know, the only way
Out
out of
here is to fly.
is to fly.
I got some shit that'll make you fly from Neverland to Wonderland.
And trust me, it's not pixie dust.
Slapstick isn't anything that great.
It's a dust,
Big
but it's not
makes me
pixie
laugh
related.
hard.
Wow.
Even Wile E. Coyote would be like, there's internal bleeding there.
Yeah.
Hey folks, we're starting YouTube memberships. If you want
Of
access
course.
to emojis, polls, behind-the-scene videos, and other perks, check out and see if you want to become a member. And I'll be playing Final Fantasy VII every Friday on Twitch. I've never played a Final Fantasy game before, so I'm excited to see what they're like. Hope to see you there.
See you then.
When Jane sees none of them are taking anything seriously, she curses them all, including Tinkerbell, saying she doesn't believe in fairies, instantly
Ooh.
making her sick.
Really. One person.
At first I thought, oh man, we're doing this in the first film again, but then I realized I never did this in the first film. It's one of those moments I Mandela affected in my head.
Really?
I'm so used to seeing it in every version of Peter Pan, I legit forgot this wasn't in the original Disney movie. And it
Really?
feels so natural that it should be there. Another bit missing from the first, Hook's manipulation of Wendy, or rather her daughter in this version.
My sources tell me you wish to return home.
I guess we got something similar with Tinkerbell, but
Yeah.
because of that, you had to skip the other famous scene of believing in her to restore her life.
Right.
I mean, how did she survive that with just a pep talk?
True, and
I
to
know
think
these
that
don't
it was
sound
just a
like big
present
deals
as
because
well.
they're in all the other versions, but these takes on these characters are so iconic. It does make a difference to see it done with this Tinkerbell and this Captain Hook. Hell, even Jane is technically a character from the story. She just makes an appearance at the end. And
Yeah,
fittingly,
true. Honestly, a lot of these characters. I mean, that's the important thing about like playing your character properly. If you pay good homage to it, if it feels like you're that character, you're playing its iconicness correctly, you could probably play these scenarios that aren't the best exactly, but could still work because you still feel like it's them talking. So it just shows that the acting from the actors, if they feel like they're really giving it their all, it counts a lot.
I think Hook manipulating this version of Wendy would have worked. She seems too smart and dedicated to Peter. But Jane doesn't even like Peter and is desperate to get home because she takes the responsibility her father gave her so seriously.
Right.
For these characters, this legit works. Also, this picture of Hook's mother is spectacular.
Oh, Hook's mother.
Sweet mother.
I love it because you have to ask the question,
Why does she have two hooks? And she's why does she have a mustache? She freaking stole Waluigi's mustache. That's what she looks like. She looks like Cruella DeVille and Waluigi mixed together.
did he dress up like that for the picture to trick her? Or does his mother actually have a mustache and two hooks? Either answer is hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Stole my treasure.
He says Peter took his treasure and the crew would mutiny if they returned home without it.
I guess we're in the same boat.
The same boat. That's it.
How not cut himself while doing that.
Oh, yeah.
He makes a
I didn't
deal that
realize
if she
that.
helps him find his treasure, he'll help her get home. Granted, I'm not sure why.
But she has to sign a contract.
It doesn't look like they moved, and for that matter, who the hell did they hang recently?
We don't
I don't think that's a...
fairies. Tink's light's gonna go out.
As Tink starts to fade, Peter thinks restoring Jane's faith and having fun and imagination will get her believing in fairies once more, saving her life. She tells him the game she really wants to play is Treasure Hunt.
Treasure hunt? That's a great idea.
Again,
All right.
the idea the boys are tricking her to save Tink's life while she's tricking them to try and get home.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no characters in Neverland who actually tell the truth.
Yeah.
This also leads to the
Just-
song
yeah,
actually
just never
sung by
tell
any
the
of
truth,
characters,
Land.
and
We play, we swing on limbs of trees till we wake up the bees.
you know, maybe there's just not meant to be songs in this movie.
Yeah.
I feel bad saying that because apparently They Might Be Giants wrote this
What,
song,
they
and I
parodied The
like them
Lion
a
King
lot.
or something?
And maybe if they sung it, this would work. But with these kids,
Oh.
you're almost as bad as... Okay.
That's a pretty tough statement to say, Doug. I mean, honestly, I will admit, despite how god-awful Wish was, I will admit the general like instrumentals of it were solid. The lyrics were god-awful. So but I don't know, I still think that's worse than this. I mean,
They lead her to the treasure and even welcome her as their first lost girl.
she got like a bunny hat.
Yeah, there are pirates in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
We do get that lame-ass liar reveal third act where everybody hates Jane for betraying them and there's a huge misunderstanding and everybody sulks.
Yeah.
Two good things about it, though, is A, it doesn't go on that long, and B,
Right.
it is kind of worth it for this Captain Hook joke. You see, he made a deal he wouldn't harm a hair on Peter's head.
Ow!
This is the one I won't harm.
Oh,
Holes with loopholes.
that is a good joke, alright. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, for liar reveal moments, it depends on the movie. I get that most of them don't work, but I do think some do.
Laugh is also pretty great.
No one can save him now.
Whoa! Did you get...
God, it's like he screamed at a spider and then found out the spider was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
When Jane discovers Tink is dying, she quickly finds her and tries to bring her back to life. Again, I'm so used to seeing this character glowing that to suddenly see her not glowing is surprisingly jarring.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Definitely shows that something's wrong.
all my fault.
The scene is very effective apart from, you know.
Oh, come on. Shut up!
You know those applause signs that go off above
Yeah.
a studio audience? This is a, remember sad music makes you cry, not this sad music, but something that sounded like this sad music. Please cry.
Ugh.
You know the drill, though. She believes, that brings her back to life, and they go to save Peter.
Yep.
Admittedly, I am kind of sick of the climax always being on a pirate ship. I mean, Neverland's not Rhode Island.
fair
There
enough.
are places you can go. But it gives Jane an okay arc as she finally learns how to fly.
Right. And finally believes...
Still easier than flying in Kingdom Hearts. The octopus attack
Yeah.
still not being as funny as the crocodile, and man, this originally was meant for home video because we're just an hour in and it's almost over.
Wow.
Darling, what's wrong? Mommy, what is it? Oh.
They fly back to London and Jane has all sorts of new stories to tell about Peter. Even Daddy returns home.
Okay. But
It's-
how much time had passed when she was there? It looks like it's the exact same night. Like, not even 5 minutes had passed. What the hell?
Pretty lame, even though I guess it's not surprising we could all see it coming. However,
Yeah.
this I didn't see coming. Young Peter shares a very nice scene with grown-up Wendy.
Wendy?
Hello, Peter.
Hey.
Most of the movie I was kind of on the fence, but this is the scene that pushed me into liking it.
What is...
I always like stories about someone who aged talking to someone who didn't.
Oh,
Not metaphorically, I mean literally.
I see.
Difficult to get across certain life experiences to someone who hasn't gone through them. So
Right.
a character who has gone through them meeting up with another who hasn't, I find interesting. And
It
even though
certainly
they don't
is.
talk in great length, you can tell they both feel awkward, but also delighted to see the other is comfortable with where they are.
You changed.
Not really.
She helps show him a little bit of maturity by accepting she can grow up. And he helps show that she can still fly because she's filled with childlike happy thoughts.
I
It's
see.
a short moment, but it's pretty damn great.
That does sound kind of fun.
Hooray! What'd you bring me?
Scalps. So many scalps.
Oh, Lord.
And that was Return to Neverland. Not as good as these, but definitely better than these.
Fair enough, yeah.
I guess I can see how someone wouldn't get into it. It's not really a necessary sequel, nor is it particularly grand or epic. But the callbacks to the classic parts of the story left out of the first one, mixed with just enough spirit and charm, make it an okay watch for me.
Alright.
It's one of those films that easily could have been phoned in like many other Disney sequels, but they put just enough effort into it that I think it earned its big screen release. To me, it's a series of good moments adding up to a good enough flick. Which doesn't sound like a ton of praise, but those moments really do have a lot of charm and even a little
Yeah,
depth.
it's just like I said.
It clearly won't win over as many people as the first film did, but it's a valiant attempt to capture at least a little bit of that magic. And when the first film is so magical, capturing even just a little bit of that goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. What I say,
I'm a
folks.
nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Well, thanks for reminding us, though, on this one.
Till we wake up the bees.
You can get stung, but not me. Okay, so maybe overall that film wasn't bad. I actually did remember quite a few scenes from it. It took me a bit to remember, weirdly enough, but I did. Like the part where she goes on the boat and then her boat sinks, realizing that the only way out is to fly. Wait. Honestly, I didn't realize that kind of parallel between her and her mother, where they're both opposites of the problems that they had. That honestly would have been slow. And dang, to think that, yeah, before we actually didn't talk about the belief in fairies thing with Tinkerbell is kind of interesting. I didn't realize that either. So I guess overall, maybe this sequel, it wasn't as bad. I don't know, I'd say the sequel's okay. I kind of agree. I mean, I've certainly seen some better sequels. My personal favorite, as I said before, was the Aladdin second one. I know it's a lot of cheesy stuff in it, but I think Diago's character arc in that one is actually pretty good. Like, at first, he tries to manipulate Aladdin so that he can get back into a luxurious state, so get back in the castle. And then Jafar kind of tricks him into wanting to take over so that he can still have it, but... And again, Diago kind of learned that, like, well, Alladin was nice to me where Jafar never was, and he has a great few moments, even though the song for him at the very beginning was just not good. Because, well, I mean, to be fair, Guilford Godfrey's voice isn't designed for singing. No offense to him, though, he's still amazing. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I really liked this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. We're going to be playing Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door from time to time. We are doing a no Pikmin challenge on Pikmin 4 every now and then. Hope you guys will tune into both of them, and I will see you all next time. Bye!